Hi, everybody. This is Cheryl, and you are with Person-Centered Cyber. Welcome. All right, y'all. I wanted to make this video today while I was doing some work and experiencing this issue with endpoint security. It was so frustrating, all right? And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me tell you what was happening. So I'm doing this stuff. I'm working. I'm doing what I am paid to do. Okay. And I'm having the damnedest time working on email. Okay. I click something and you know that little blue circle? That little blue circle. I got so sick of that little blue circle today. I'm telling you. I mean, I couldn't do nothing for that little blue circle. I literally was sitting back in my chair like this, waiting for the blue circle to do what the blue circle does. Okay. So I could send the email, so I can get to the website, so I can open the document, so I can just do these regular things. Now this stuff, I mean, I've gotten so used to it that it's like, I expect to work slowly. Okay. But today was like, oh my goodness. Like, what is going on? So of course I did some research, okay, because I know what it is. Like, I know what a lot of it is. All right. And there's a lot of research out there about how our endpoint security slows down performance. That's just, it's give and take. You got to make some trade-offs. You understand? But this was ridiculous. Okay. And in a lot of organizations, it's ridiculous. Okay. So my question was, hello, security. What y'all doing over there? Okay, to help with performance, to speed this stuff up. What are y'all doing? Instead of just packing one security thing on top of another, on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. You know what I mean? So let me tell you some of the research that now, and I'm saying this, and I'm in security. Okay, just So I'm saying this because I read some things, some stuff from businesses and, other people writing about endpoint security. And there's a really good one out there. There's several good ones out there. But I'm gonna put the link in the chat just so y'all can see it, okay? If I didn't already delete it. What the hell? Okay, let me just look it up again real quick. It's called Why Security Endpoint. No, why endpoint security, Lord have mercy. Security agents fail. Okay. They have it's from 2019. Got a really good table in here and all that stuff, right? So I looked at this plus some other things because I wanted to see what's going on over there and what can we do about it. Okay, because I've told y'all before, people who they apply for jobs, organizations, Deloitte, Booz Allen, Walmart, McDonald's, Tesla, wherever they're working, they apply for these jobs. And not everybody's job requires a security plus. Okay, everybody's not a security person. That's not why they're going there. We have marketing professionals, sales agents, facilities people. We have financial people, HR people, all kinds of people working in an organization who are there to do their work. And this is why in that book, I told y'all about that book, The Phoenix Project. That is an amazing book. If y'all have not read The Phoenix Project, please go get it. Go read it, okay? Because it tells the story of a CIO who's working in this organization. And of course, he's working with security and all these marketing and all these other people, talking about how hard it is. And it's just a really good book. But part of that book, there's the security guy. Okay, I forget his name. Let me put the link in here so I don't forget. Here's a link to that article. There's a security guy. They hate inviting him to meetings. They have a meeting and they do not invite the head of security. And they don't invite him because they're not trying to hear it. They don't invite him because they know that whatever they talk about, he gonna have something to say that's gonna delay them, that's gonna get in the way, all of that. They talk about this in the book because this is typically how a lot of security people are seen. You're here so that I can get around you. That's why security is here. At the end of the day, okay, you're here to make my email slow. You're here to make me have to wait here, okay? To log on. Logging on is taking a good 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? That's why you're here. You're here to get in my way, all right? That's how a lot of people see security. And why? I'm in security, and I see why people see us like that. Because I'm experiencing it too. I work in the organization too. My stuff just as slow as yours is, okay? But for me, for a person, speaking as a person who is not hired to do security, I'm hired to work with clients and get money coming into the organization. That's my job, okay? And if I got to quickly send off an email, but I'm waiting 5 minutes to log on, what am I going to do? Y'all know that meme? Let me see if I can find that meme. Because this is like the perfect, let me see. I'm looking it up on Google. I got to find this for y'all. Here you go right here. Oh, child, let me see. Oh, this is a whole video or something. I don't want to do that one. Okay, I'm just gonna have to show it to you right here. Password policy. Okay, I'm gonna have to do, it's not showing up right here. But let me tell you what it is, okay? It's like that meme with you know how you have a dog door or a cat door? A hole in the door for the dog and the cat to go in and out. Well, it's a meme like that, right? And each time it shows the cat going in or out, it's another policy or another security feature. Like you have your password policy, you have your email policy, you have your HBSS agents and all this other stuff, right? Each time it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller space for the cat to go in until finally the space is so little the cat can't go in. So what does it do? It jumps over the door. It jumps over the door. That is what a lot of people have to do in organizations that it takes you're sitting back waiting for the blue circle on your email, okay? Because of endpoint security, largely. All these agents, you got piled on top of each other, okay, securing the organization, all right? They can't get the work done, or it's so slow. It's frustrating as hell, all right? So what do they do? What do we do? What have I done? Okay, go to the phone, pick up my phone, go on my personal computer, do something on my personal, okay, and send it to the work because the work don't have all the functionality. PowerPoint don't have all the functionality like it does on mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so endpoint security is frustrating. Now, what can we do about that? Is there anything we can do about that? Okay. Because what people are not doing, because what's happening is, and I talked about this before, we as cybersecurity people do a lot to contribute to the insecurity of organizations. Do you need me to write that down and put it up in front of you? We do a lot to contribute to the insecurity of organizations, okay? Now, what do we do about that? So first of all, when me and Professor Black Ops had this discussion, we're on his channel, but he mentioned it over here before too. Do any of you know how your security features are working in the organization? Has anybody asked an employee, hey, listen, we got this, this agent that we put on your computer or your phone or whatever, and this is what it does. When you open a thing, it searches the server or whatever to protect it, whatever the hell it does. Okay, tell me how that's working for you. Has anybody asked? I've never been asked ever from any security people about anything. All I know is IT security training. The only time I hear from them is when they say I unplugged something that I shouldn't have. The only peep I hear from security is during Cybersecurity Awareness Month in October. Nobody has ever come to me and said, you know what, Cheryl, colleague, employee that works here and has to work among all these security features, tell me how it's working for you. Nobody asked that question. Hey, Derek. Venus Project, a book you suggested from this, I did purchase Longing to Learn. Another suggestion from that video. Did not realize you were there. Yes, I'm so glad you're here, Derek Small. So glad to see you. But no, nobody asked those questions. And why not? Why can't we as security people, wherever you work, if you're working at the help desk, if you're working in the security operations center, if you're working in the network operations center, if you're a policy person, if you're the CISO, okay, why aren't you talking to the people that have to navigate in this digital environment with all these security tools? Okay. That's where a lot of us are falling down, flat on our faces. That's how a lot of us are contributing to the insecurity of our organizations, because we don't talk to nobody and we don't care. That's what it boils down to. I don't care what you think about this HBSS thing. I don't care what you think about this McAfee agent that we got. I don't care. My job is security, okay? The regulations say we got to have this on the thing, so we just put it there. So don't wonder why people are like this cat jumping over the door on their own computers, doing stuff on their own phones, okay? Trying to find a workaround to get around what you're trying to do. Going complaining to the executives. I can't get my work done, because of it's taking 10 minutes to open an email. You know what I mean? So this article, Why Endpoint Security Agents Fail. This one and another one I found, it was actually on the McAfee website, okay? They had really good suggestions because this isn't new, okay? This is not new. And I know that many of you have experienced, slow, connections and all that, right? And I'm talking about the ones that are due to endpoint security. I'm talking about the ones that are due to security, okay? Not any other thing, all right? Not malware and all this other stuff, no. The protections that we put on there. That's what I'm talking about. There are, and I didn't even know this until I looked it up, okay? There are actually things that we can do to make it better for the user, to make performance better. There's always going to be trade-offs. You're going to have to trade off some security with performance, but to the point to where it's just ridiculous, okay? Something needs to be done. And security actually needs to be working with the organization and asking questions of the users, okay, to help come up with some other ideas. And this is what I talked about in my last video about adding value to the organization, okay? Not just being a user yourself, because what is it if you're just in an organization using stuff, using tools, using processes, but you're not contributing anything new. You're not, you're not helping the organization in any creative or innovative way. You're just there. You're just another user, okay? You're just a user at a higher level than the regular old run-of-the-mill, user. That's all. You're just a user with a security plus. That's it. All right. If you want to go beyond that, into what the next one was, like developer, right? Remember that? You need to be able to be more creative, okay, and think outside the box and say, you know what, I'm having trouble with this. What can we do to increase performance without sacrificing security in a way that puts these people, you know, at a risk level that's unacceptable for them. All right. Because what's happening is, because people are going around and using this and that and, you know, taking shortcuts and, you know, all this to get around the security, that's making the environment even more vulnerable. Okay. So it's better to just, if it's going to be more vulnerable, then know how. Okay. Like, have control of that. All right. You know, not just people just going up doing their own thing and you're sitting pretty because, you know, hey, I put the McAfee agent on. That's what I'm here for. You know, no, let's not do that. So the last time I was here, I was telling y'all, so we did talk about that. We talked about, you know, users, developers, and coding and all that. But what I failed to do, I forgot to go through the rest of the model. So I talked about the simple environment and the complicated. Remember that? And this is what it's called. This is where I get this from. It's called the, go look this up, okay? It looks like Sinafin, but it's pronounced kunevin, okay? The kunevin model is a model that talks about the four different environments that you're in, whether it's in your house or at work, okay, or driving on the highway or whatever, okay? You're in one of four environments. You have the simple environment where things are just like, you know what's gonna happen. It's like that puzzle with 5 pieces, you know, where everything goes, you're good. Complicated is a more, it's still, you still know where everything goes, but the puzzle, instead of having 5 pieces, it has 1,000 pieces, okay? So that's a complicated environment. A complex environment is not a puzzle at all. A complex environment is like a bowl of spaghetti. You look at the bowl of spaghetti, you might see where it begins, but you don't know where it ends. It's like a mystery in there, okay? This is what a lot of our endpoint security environment looks like, according to this Why Endpoint Security Agents Fail article, okay? Old dude said in this article, you have a good 12 agents piled on top of each other, endpoint, on one device, on one endpoint, 12. The more complex you make these things, the more vulnerable you make them, okay? Because, I mean, it's a mess. It's like, and then after complex, you get chaos. That's what you get. Chaos is not even a bowl of spaghetti, because at least in a bowl of spaghetti, sometimes you can see what a spaghetti begins. But in chaos, you don't know what is what. You have no idea. Okay, and your goal in a chaotic environment is to get back to at least back to complicated. Okay, at the very least, you want to get back to complicated. All right. Same thing with complex. You're trying to make the complex complicated or simple. Okay, so it's always trying to move back to that. Now with our endpoint security, much of it is complex, especially if you have, you know, a network that's just, some of the networks that I've seen, the diagrams and stuff, they're just, I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Okay. And today I was thinking, we're not even in zero trust right now. You know, like, there are a lot of organizations, they're talking about going to zero trust, but they're not there yet. But even without being in a zero trust environment, things are still, I mean, I can only imagine. Can you imagine? If stuff is the way it is now, performance is the way it is now, and now you're talking about doing even more, child. So in this article, they said, now the solution might seem like, okay, we just need fewer, take some of them layers off, take that McAfee thing off of there. We don't really, you know, we could use this other thing or whatever. It may seem like you just, you know, remove some of the layers, okay? But no, and it's definitely not adding more on, okay, as a solution. So they say here that the solution is resilience. Y'all know what resilience is, right? Resilience is like when you do, what you call them things? You lift yourself up on the weight thing. What the hell is that? What is that called? when you, you know, you got to put your chin over the thing, you lift up like that. Oh my God. Them things, y'all know what I'm talking about, whatever the hell it's called. Resilience is when you do that and you get tired, you can't do no more. Okay. But a day or two later, you go and you do it again. Okay. But a day or two later, when you do it again, you're a little bit stronger. That's resilience. Okay. Resilience is, man, hey, something's happened. I don't have the strength or the wherewithal or the insight or whatever right now to do whatever, but I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to get back up. But when I get back up, I'm even stronger than I was before I was knocked down. That's resilience. Okay. It's not just being knocked down and getting back up. No, something needs to be different when you get back up. Okay. That's resilience. Okay. All right. Because you don't want the same thing that knocked you down the last time to do it again, or to do it again as easily as it did it the last time. Which goes back to the article that we talked about the other day that just came out last week. A federal government spends billions on cybersecurity, but are still as hackable as ever. Remember that article? As hackable as ever after billions of dollars? No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to fall down, get knocked out by SolarWinds and all these other folks, and still be as hackable as ever. Okay, what kind of sense that make? Especially if we're spending a bunch of time and money and effort. Okay, that makes no sense at all. So for those of you who work on endpoint security, and first of all, ask the question, like ask the people who are using it, ask the organization, you know, ask them, how is it working? You know, are you able to open your emails? You know, how long is it taking you to do this thing? Or be concerned, okay? Because we are there to help people do their jobs more securely. That does not mean to help people that more securely doesn't mean, you know, by any means necessary. You know, more securely means we want you all to be able, because when you're secure, think about this yourself right now, wherever you are right now looking at this. Do you feel secure right now? Secure enough to be sitting wherever you are, standing or whatever, or driving, whatever you're doing, and listening and looking to? Do you feel secure enough to do that? You have to be, or you wouldn't be doing it. When you feel secure in your home, think about this, in your home, in your neighborhood, when you feel secure, what are you doing? You're doing whatever the hell you want to do. You're going out to the mailbox. You're not scared. You're not looking around corners. When you're in your house, you feel secure. You walking around naked. Okay, you cooking anything you want to do. You want to cook. You got the door open when you go to the bathroom. Okay, when you're secure. Okay, security means you feel free to do the shit you want to do. Okay, security is synonymous with feeling free to do things. Okay, security cannot be, but it often is mistaken for imprisonment. Imprisonment is not security. People in prison, okay, who should be there. I ain't talking about the falsely accused. Okay, the people in prison who should be there, behind bars, behind walls. And I watched Shawshank Redemption the other day. Okay, are those people free to do whatever they want to do? But are they, you know, are they secure or are they imprisoned? Okay, who's secure because they're imprisoned? We are. We're the ones who secure. They're imprisoned. Okay, we don't want to imprison our employees and call it security. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, you don't want to be imprisoned in your home or in your neighborhood, because that's not security. If you're imprisoned in your home, you're not free to do whatever you want to do. But if you're secure in your home, you are. Do you see the difference? You see the difference there? Security is not imprisonment. We have, the way we do stuff, we're imprisoning employees. We are. I'm just telling you, I'm in security, but I'm also an employee, okay? And that's what we're doing. How can we not do that? We definitely want them to be secure, okay? And in one of my videos, like a month ago or something, I don't know, I talked about how, and Kareem was in here, and he actually asked a question that had me thinking about this. When security is working the way it's supposed to work, you don't notice it. All that friction and waiting around, the blue thing going around, and I'm frustrated and all that. When security is working the way it's supposed to, you don't notice it. And let me tell you what that's like. When your eyes are working the way they're supposed to, you don't even notice you have eyes. You know, you don't know. But get something in that joker. Have an eyelash fall in your eye. You're going to notice you got an eye, and child, until you get that thing out of there, you know you got an eye, okay? But when they're working the way they're supposed to work, you don't even know they're there. Same thing with your ears. When your ears are working the way they're supposed to work, you don't know nothing about no hearing or ears, or, you know, you ain't even thinking about that. Why? Because they're working the way they're supposed to. It's when something is wrong that you notice, oh, I got ears over here. When you got an earache or something, don't you notice that? Yes, you do. It's the same thing with security. I notice every minute of the day that we got security. Okay? If you're doing it right, they're not going to notice it. Okay? They're not. I'm just saying. They're not going to notice. And that takes, that don't take more hacking. You know, that takes creativity and ingenuity from defenders is what that takes. Okay? And we need much more of that because we ain't got enough. We need much more of that from y'all. Okay? Much more. And y'all can do it. Okay? But we got to get our eyes off the OSCP prize. Okay? And start thinking more defense and security. All right? In order to be coming up with these, you know, innovative ideas for organizations. All right. I have an appointment, so I'm gonna go. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you again, Derek, for coming in. Very good to see you here. For anybody who's watching the replay, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so you can be here when, you know, we have these amazing discussions. And I'm going to start dropping the link because I'm going to want people to come up and talk to me about some stuff because y'all know I got a lot of opinions. I got a lot, listen, opinions, and more opinions, but I love sharing, okay? And I'm okay with being challenged on anything, all right? I am so okay with that. And I also, I welcome it, okay? And I'm okay with being, you know, people agreeing with me too, you know, either way, I'm just glad that you all are here and I appreciate you so much. And I just want y'all to have an amazing week. And I'm gonna see you back here, all of you, next time, okay? Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.